Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. Editing these things are so annoying. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? We actually just do. I didn't even announce this live, and it's like morning, and I'm just realizing now that it's like, oh, I have to like start speaking a little bit. I should probably warm up my voice a little bit. But hi, how is everybody's? Hope y'all are doing great. If you're here to lurk, you're here for what we have in store for tonight. Yeah, you can just come vibe. I plan on doing some really fun things a little bit later as the night progresses. Probably gonna warm up a little bit just so that I can, you know, get my bearings together because for some reason I can't get this chat thing to work on screen, I guess. But I'm gonna be probably figuring that out a little. So we're going to be focusing on our little readings and mini readings for tonight. And yeah, okay. Let me see. Let me just tell people that I'm live. Y'all don't mind. Sit back, chat. Hi, Sky. How are you doing? How is your Sunday going? Or is it already Monday for you? We literally just tell people that I am live finally and that I am no longer having to restart my lives. It's the most annoying thing having to deal with this. Uh, like I like streaming. It's the technological aspect that's. I'm gonna get to your charm reading in a little bit. I just wanna, let people know that I'm live. Not bad. It's Sunday for you. How are you? It's Monday for me already. It's Monday morning, and I woke up at like. I woke, but oh my gosh. Oh yeah. See, so this is the live one. I was going to delete it. It's Monday morning for me already, and I woke up at like 3:30 a.m. and I was like, I'm not gonna go back to bed because if I go back to bed, I'm gonna go back to bed until 12 or something. Like, like the sleep is gonna take over, it's cozy, it's just gonna be way too easy to like go back to sleep. So I was like, let me just, you know, some readings, release the Taylor Swift video, go on live, and figure things out. Um, I don't know if that was a good idea to post on Twitter that I'm live, since that's primarily where my audience is. But Twitter is also kind of weird. But YOLO, I guess. Yeah, I just like posted the video too, right, Sky? I mean, I don't know. It's very interesting. I'm trying to just be very neutral about celebrities and just go based off of intuition because I feel like, everybody's got so I'm just open. I'm open to the messages and whatever it's telling me. And okay, all right, I've posted. I'm going to get back to y'all now. Uh or am I in New Zealand, or if not, where? You feel like you're getting Polynesian vibes. So close, actually. Um, I'm Filipino, so it's basically that. Like, Australia and New Zealand are like what, 2 hours away, or yeah, in terms of time zone. So it's really not that far off. Okay. All right. Now you can see it. Perfect. All right. Awesome. So, okay. Um, Yeah, the time zone. Oh, let me post the other thing also. And y'all don't have to do this. I don't know if I posted it. Wait a second. So I posted about doing some free charm readings for tonight. I think I'm going to start with a few collective messages if y'all don't mind. This is going to be the zodiac sign based. Because I just realized it's like we got to be smart business women up in here, right? And I realized like if I really want to be consistent with social media, which is kind of how businesses work and kind of have to work these days, then I need to be consistent with content. whatever, collective messages. And it's so annoying to like have to record that on your own in your room because you're talking to nobody, right? So I was like, well, I could just do the Zodiac collective messages on stream and then I can post that. And then now I have all the messages and I don't have to like sit by myself. Consistency is power for sure. Yeah. It's like it's awkward to be like, I'm just in my room being like, yup, Aries. So I was like, well, I could just do it on live here, do a little collective reading for the zodiac signs, and then we're gonna do some charm readings a little bit later. So since you're here and you're very active, Sky, but anybody else in chat can also suggest if you were to choose the topic of collective messages, so this is like general messages for this time, what would you want to focus on? So I'm going to focus on the week ahead for sure. But if you're open to it, do you want to suggest something? Like, do you want an extra little bonus message for love for the zodiac signs? This is for the collective message. Later on, we're going to have our charm readings. Um, Week ahead is great. Awesome. Yeah. But the only downside is if folks are not the signs you say during live. Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I'm recording this. Oh, see, thank you for reminding me accidentally. Um, I'm mostly recording this for YouTube anyway. So you would like finance and work. Okay, so we're gonna do like for the zodiac signs, it's just gonna be collective. It's probably gonna be like the four groups. So, fire, air, earth, water. We're probably gonna do it like that. So we're just gonna do like a general energy for the week ahead. And then energy for finance and work so that, everybody can get whatever they need to. Okay. So I'm going to start now. This is quick, but if you're willing to chill, you know, grab a beverage. Romance is popular, but this is the least concerned you've ever been with romance. No, truly. I mean, like I know this sounds so like oh, it's because of the world, but it kind of is. I feel like at some stage you're like, I just fucking need money for my bills and give me love when I can pay my bills? I care for the coins. So true. Oh my gosh. Like, I so agree. Yeah, we're all figuring it out, I would say. So, okay, I'm gonna do a quick little general message for fire signs. So this is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the week ahead. What is the general energy for fire signs for the week ahead? So first we have the door card, beautiful. And then we're going to have general energy for fire signs for finance and work. All right. Interesting. Okay. So for the door card, it literally says here opportunities are coming for you, right? So fire signs, this is literally, you know what's interesting? I know that the door is closed here, but this feels like the moment right before a door opens. So, fire signs, I feel like next week or this week ahead, essentially, you're going to be experiencing a lot of progress that feels like you are slowly, not really slowly, you are accelerating towards your goal. And it starts to feel like I'm almost there. It's almost about to open. And the fruits of your success may not necessarily happen this week, but you are getting very close. You're about to touch the door handle, essentially. Um, I could also see this being, I started hearing the words contacts and calls. So something like you will be in touch, even that will be in touch. You will be in touch with just the right people, just the right connections that are going to lead you closer to the goals that you have in mind. So, fire signs, this week ahead is the perfect opportunity to go with the flow, to keep going when it comes to the progress you're already making, because I can see you essentially about to be on this new beginning, about to take an opportunity. It's just that you're on the precipice of it. So you're essentially just waiting for this opportunity. You're waiting for this door to open. And sometimes, unfortunately, some things are outside of our control. What is within your control is going down this path towards this door. And sometimes, when or how it opens, how quickly it opens, is outside of your hands. but I have a feeling that it's very, very soon because I see you very close to this new beginning. So, an example of this could be if at work, this is someone who's about to get a new job, they just got called in for a second interview, or they just got a notification of something that is about to start, almost got accepted for a school, like you're almost there, but you just got to keep going. And I know that we were talking in general and not just finances and work. So in love and in family life, this is like, oh, my partner and I are talking about moving, we're talking about a house, and they're almost persuaded to say yes. You know, if this is about family, this is like, oh, this person and I are not talking right now, but they're almost about to text me back, you know? They're almost about to talk to me and have a conversation. So you kind of have to keep going, okay? When it comes to finances and work, fire signs, this is going to require a lot of careful handling. So it says gavel, it says involvement with the law. This card reminds me of the judgment and the justice card. So sometimes this means like some of you literally have some legal stuff, paperwork that you're dealing with quite literally, but legal stuff also represents harmony. It can represent like balance, the scales of justice, truth, fairness, honesty, and it can also represent having to be in a state of, I would say, harmony. I want to say the word harmony, but I also want to say like essentially being open-minded, because it could be that some of the people you're dealing with are argumentative right now, and if you also become argumentative, then it's just going to exacerbate the situation. It's going to make it worse. So fire signs, if I were you, you're about to reach this goal, right? And specifically in finances and work, if I were you, if if I were you, I would be like, just chill, okay? I wouldn't push too hard. I would react fairly to a situation, because I feel that if you do this, you're gonna have an easier time in the long run. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go to Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Um, Earth signs here, right? General energy for Earth signs for the week ahead. All right. Okay. And then we have energy for finances and work for Earth signs. This is such a funny deck to use. Okay. Because it's so outrageously like nobody can shuffle that. But at the same time, I like these cards. I feel like they challenge your intuition to think a little bit creatively. Okay, Earth signs. So we've got the Ram here, a stubborn or aggressive person. Some of you may be dealing with an Aries because this is Ram energy for the general energy of next week. However, Ram energy, stubborn energy, aggressive energy isn't necessarily bad. If I were you, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this week is a really good week to get things started, to build stability, to take initiative, to go into new projects and make it happen. If you are someone, which you are, let's talk about that. Earth signs find it difficult to essentially make some changes. So we already know, okay? But if you are someone that finds it difficult to change, this week is actually going to be an easy time for that. So if you have trouble with change, if you have trouble with growth or changing environments, this time it's actually going to be a lot easier because you have the initiative and you have the inner strength or energy to make things happen if you want to. Okay. Um, this also tells me that you might have to be more strong, I would say, when it comes to dealing with certain people. So if you are dealing with some sort of pushback, right? I really recommend setting your boundaries and speaking up for yourself, because if you're able to do this, then other people will listen, you know? I'm also hearing like especially for Taurus placements, like don't wake the sleeping bull type of thing, and how Tauruses are often known as being very, very patient unless pushed. And that's kind of the energy I see for you guys, Earth signs. Like you are someone that has a lot of composure. And I could just see this moment of like, you're very patient. but you have to be a little bit more assertive with your boundaries because the people you might be dealing with might not always listen, just to be honest, right? So, that being said, this is a really good time to initiate things for new beginning, creative endeavors, or making things happen. If you're someone that is so excited to make a change in your life, now's the time. Ah, beautiful for finances and work, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Quite literally, it says the beetle card. It says good fortune. So this is good luck. This is opportunity. I can actually, like, you know what's funny? I'm a Taurus. I can actually already testify to the good luck. So, thankfully, right? But I can testify that something did happen this week that I'm like, you know what, slay. So, Earth signs take that as validation that something is coming for you this week that is going to be some sort of a stroke of good luck. Okay. All right. If y'all resonate with this, let me know in the comments. And if you don't, that's all right. Like, you can just chill because this is for the week ahead anyway. So this is sort of a prediction. Gaichi, I'm gonna be doing the charms in a little bit. I'm just gonna finish the zodiac signs. And then yeah, I'll get to the free charm readings. Okay. All right. So for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, let's see what's coming for you guys for the week ahead. So we have the bouquet card here. And then for finances and work, all right, that one flew. We have the wind chimes. Oh, very appropriate for air signs. So, okay. Um, in general, okay, compliments from an admirer. All right, so air signs, I could see you having a pretty active social life, having people compliment you and essentially show you some love. That's what I heard. I'm also picking up on a ladder. Anytime I think of ladder, I think of helping someone ascend, helping someone become more successful, and maybe even something to do with ascending the career ladder. Um, Maybe it's a literal ladder for some of you. But anyway, air signs, this upcoming week, right? I could see you saying something to someone or doing something to someone for someone rather, and they're paying it back. They're like, "Oh, thank you so much for helping me with this. I want to pay you back by also being there for you." Right? Or something like you're getting amazingly positive feedback because of the work that you're doing, because of the energy that you're putting into things, and people are complimenting you for this. No? Um okay, I have the word elevate as well. So being elevated. Okay, this is a very particular and specific message that's not going to make sense for everybody, but for some reason, I'm like, some of you are dealing with romantic connections that are like, it's not like a boyfriend, it's more like an in between situationship. And I cannot promise that this person will stop dealing with everybody else, but I can say that it feels like they're gonna say or do something to make you feel special. That's what the bouquet card means in this particular scenario, air signs, which is something like, oh, they're complimenting you more than they're complimenting other people for career and work, right? So we have peace and harmony. These are all very beautiful cards so far. Let's not jinx it though, knock on wood. But air signs for finance and work. We have peace and harmony for this upcoming week. So this is a lot of positivity. I also feel like, oh, this is customers. For some of you that have businesses, these are customers. So happy to see you live again. Thank you so much. I'm doing my best. Well, I'll finish it after. I'll say something after this. Uh, but yeah, essentially, there's a lot of peace and harmony for you guys, air signs. Again, a lot of like new customers, a lot of people showing up, essentially, and the signaling of good change to come. It's a pretty business as usual week, but also with some added positive moments that make you feel special. Okay. All right. For water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, I just want to look into the energy for you guys for the week ahead. Okay. And then for finance and work for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right. So, in general, we have here the bull, right? Very much Taurus energy. So, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you might be dealing with a Taurus or Taurus vibe. type of person, bull energy type of person. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. So it means exactly that. I feel like you guys are dealing with something very similar to fire signs, where you're dealing with something at work or just in life where you're having to be straightforward. You're having to show strength, you're having to show confidence. It's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it's an opportunity for growth. So I think it depends on how you look at it. You're so welcome to look at these as challenges and problems and difficulties, but I really don't feel that that's the only thing going on here. It feels like for you guys, water signs, that this week ahead is about you being able to show um, your skills and you being able to show your boundaries and what's true to your heart, explaining that to people and not backing down from your standards. And I'm hearing something like, I'm hearing from water signs something like, I'm so tired of giving everybody else's chances. I'm so tired of always trying to adjust for everybody, that I see you guys water signs this week having an opportunity to say that's enough. Like, no, that's not what I want to do. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do what I feel like doing, right? Now, for Apple here, so we have for finances and work, right? Temptation will test you. This temptation is not necessarily bad. I would say it depends on how you use it, okay? If I were you, water signs, financially speaking, it's not that I wouldn't buy something, it's that I would make sure that it's appropriately timed, because this reminds me of like, oh, if you just waited like until next week, the sale would happen. Or if you had waited until now, like, or until tomorrow, rather, it's like, oh, it would have been a little bit better, might have been a little bit easier. So, something to do with finances and work is like, patience is really key for water signs at this time, because I feel like a better alternative or opportunity is going to show up. Okay. All right, so that's it for collective messages. I just wanted to get that, you know, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit, have some fun with that. Might post it, who knows. Um, but okay, we're gonna go into charms now, if you all are still here. Uh, Sky, are you still here? Which, by the way, yeah, Siobhan, I don't know if you're still here. I know I'm trying to be a little bit more active in going on live. It is so, I don't know, my schedule's like, it's a mix. Sometimes I'm here a lot, like I'm here a lot for now, but I never know when I'm gonna be here next. So that's why I'm like, you know, you're still here. Awesome, right? Okay, so I don't know if Sky is still here or if GSL, Gaichi, are you still here as well? So I'm just asking because I want to do the charm readings, and this is like essentially we're going to be doing a, by the way, am I saying your name right? Excuse me, GSL or Gaichi. I don't know if that's correct. And if it's wrong, let me know because I like to know how to pronounce things. Um, You watched and commented on my Taylor video. You loved it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We're doing our best. Like, I'm always, I don't know. I guess my inconsistency, I'm trying to treat it as like I'm just going with the flow, you know? You say Geechee. Geechee? Geechee. No, I'm saying you say Geechee. Okay, awesome. Thank you for teaching me how to do that. Okay, so for GSL, I'm gonna talk about what's coming for you for the week ahead. I'm gonna pull a charm. I'm gonna do whatever I feel like actually. I think I wanna pull a charm, maybe some letters. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do a few more letters. And the bow tie here. Okay. So we've got, I can't even see that. Let me borrow the light. Okay. Yeah, that's better. All right, so we have the bow tie here. We have Z and E. We have the Joker tile here. The Joker tile automatically, I mean, I don't know if you're also into things like Marvel or um this makes me think of the collective like animated sphere. So things like gaming, things like Marvel are kind of under that umbrella for me, just in terms of interpretation, not necessarily in reality. But there could be something like themes relating to that for you this upcoming week. Now, with Joker here, this is also a little bit of comedy. This is a little bit of laughter. This is an easier time. This is time to unwind, right? With Taurus here as well, I kind of see this as stability, home life. So you might be buying something or doing something for your home life. This reminds me of like I'm going a little bit shopping, doing a little bit of shopping, doing a little bit of cozy time at home, or home improvement is even coming to mind also. Okay. There's something to do with it. Its possessions is what I'm thinking of. Perhaps a little bit of money could be coming your way also. The number 4 is also here that could end up being significant, but the number 4 is all about structure. So I almost want to say something like it's a balance between like I'm buying something, but I'm also rearranging something at home. That's the vibe of this there. With the bow tie as well, actually, this bow tie has been my symbol for like packaging something, tightly with a bow. So for me, that's like a symbol for you're doing some sort of beautification, whether that is aesthetically, cosmetically, or even in your home life. This could be acquiring possessions or buying yourself a little bit of a treat. The letter Z and the letter E could end up being relevant as well. Maybe these are initials. But so sometimes that's why I like to kind of get a few letters, is sometimes they make words or messages also that are not necessarily people's names. But easy makes me think like, oh, that was so easy, like so I wonder if you're doing something that is like a celebration of a tiny achievement, you know? So that is what I'm seeing there, right? Okay, so that is it for your little charm reading. I'm gonna go to the other people. You're putting up tile in your bathroom right now as we speak. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much for validating that. So I love to hear that, and I think maybe give yourself a little bit of a treat after you put up the tile. That sounds productive and tiring at the same time. Okay, uh, Siobhan or sorry, SM. Okay, I always get confused because I'm like, am I supposed to say the person's name or not? But SM. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen. I'm just clarifying this, okay? Um, so if y'all want a charm reading, it's for free. If you want a specific question that is not included, like for the charm reading, our question is what's coming your way this week. If you wanted a specific question, it's $5. All right. So you can pay through the super chat or thanks or whatever it is, and then send your question in the chat. All right. Awesome. So for SM, let me see what is coming your way this upcoming week. Okay. And I can see you guys. I see you, BK, as well. Brittany. Hey, girl. um, okay, so SM. Right. We have that. Oop, okay. All right. So we have the South Node and we have Aries here. We have a few letters. I'm gonna see whether this. Oh, immediately, I'm getting some vibes here. So, why the spell horse? I'm kidding. No. Um, Immediately I was thinking of like horse because I was seeing that, but I was also seeing shoe. So I don't know if that's like shoe shopping. It's definitely shopping vibes as well for you, SM. So essentially for this coming week, we have South Node and we have Aries. When I see this, I think of okay, two things, right? One is it's so easy to get good at being alone. However, don't let yourself be alone for too long. I don't know if this is like don't stay in the house too much or all the time. Like, let yourself have some time out there. You might be doing some spiritual things over the week ahead that have to do with you taking, like, doing some sort of a leadership related thing in a spiritual sense, or um this is also like following your intuition regarding something, being more, I want to say the word intentional actually, being more intentional and confident, taking initiative. It's very much leadership, like taking action energy this week. But also, I'm hearing something like a little bit of unwinding. So it's very much, it's funny because I want to say it's contradicting things happening all at once. The music charm is also here. This could be a little bit of creative endeavor as well, even with Aries here also. But I get the sense with Aries, it's like I'm having a lot of alone time, but you're also getting this advice like don't do too much alone time, you know? Um, and like make sure that you have other people that surround you that are friends also. And with the music here, immediately when I picked up this charm, I started thinking of like a live concert or maybe going somewhere where there's like music playing, and I started seeing like an open area. So I wonder if you'll be going to a place like that where you can unwind. So it's like it's both. It's like I'm out with other people, I'm here by myself, and it's both. Again, these cards, sorry, these letters rather, immediately I started. Well, first of all, your cat's initial is also here. So that's really cool. Your initial is also here. But also, I was seeing horse, I was seeing shop. So again, something to do with shopping. Maybe a horse ends up being a sign. When I think of horses, I think of how they're actually very emotionally intuitive animals. So this is could be something to do with healing or helping other people heal also. If you want to, you can, obviously take a screenshot, because what I love to do is see if the words end up spelling something that I'm not aware of yet. Um, Something I really wanted to say was that for some reason, I kept wanting to say, oh, like shepherd, shepherd, which reminds me of the Sheep Detectives movie. Um, I don't know, maybe it's something to do with that, or because we're about to talk about your pet as well, then it could be like something in connection to that. When I think of shepherds, I think of people that are mentors, are leaders for other people. I also think of just the love and bond we share with our animals. If you haven't seen Sheep Detectives, I am all about that propaganda. I'm kidding. But I love that movie. And if you have a cat, you'll love that movie. It'll probably also break you a little bit, but it's so good. And you were asking, what does your cat Tiny think or feel about you? I feel called to pull a card. Okay. Why do I see him with a mustache? That's interesting. So for some reason, immediately when I when I'm thinking of Tiny, I'm thinking of memes. I'm thinking of a chef hat, and then I'm thinking of like, like the chef, a chef hat and like a little mustache. And and I think of memes where the cat is like, oh, the cat's like gonna fight someone, like a ninja cat or something, or so it's so interesting. I don't know if this means like he loves, um, is Tiny a he? Yeah, his name. Okay, so maybe it's like he loves some sort of food. Well, they all kind of do, but the chef thing, I don't know what the chef thing is. Maybe it's something like he likes a little bit of human food, or like he's talking to you about something relating to like really good food that isn't just a regular food. Anyway, the other thing is I kept seeing him in memes. I don't know how to explain this. So I don't know if, okay, two things. One is chaotic energy is what I want to say. The other one, lol, he is very food motivated. So he's so funny. He's like, I want to say the word food ninja. If he steals your food a lot, or tries to like, if you're giving him treats and he tries to like part with food, like that's the vibe. It's food ninja. And that's his vibe. And it's so funny. I just kept seeing the chef emoji with him. And this is gonna sound so weird, but like, were you thinking of making some sort of content related to him, or like featuring him more somehow? Because I feel like I'm seeing memes of him. He gets the zoomies. Okay, so that's him being really fast after food. That's so funny. But yeah, I see him. I don't know what it is, but I'm seeing a lot of stickers in relation to him. So I don't know if it's like, just featuring him, on your social media a little bit. Not necessarily that that's the only thing to do or that that's what you have to do. It's just something about it is like I'm making stickers of him or I'm making funny TikToks of him. Like that's what I see. And I feel him. Okay, got it. So yeah, definitely because you started your tarot and IG for him, but started doing tarot on him. Okay, so yeah, or on his accounts. Well, you could do tarot on him also. That's like going viral, right? I genuinely thought about doing that with my dog, my little ass dog. Like when they're like, "Hey, pick a card or something." You know what's funny? This is the card I got for you, which is rat. But I kind of think of it as like he thinks of you as a playmate. Like I think he like, and I'm not saying that you're not his mom, but he feels chaotically safe with you. Almost like I can let my okay, I heard it. I can let my freak flag fly. So I think he can let his funny self out with you and he's glad that you're that type of person that like allows him to be silly and goofy and like with his zoomies as well like because he likes to be high energy so now that I'm thinking about it in your earlier charm reading I was seeing Aries energy and that sounds a lot like someone having the zoomies um but I wonder with the rat it could be that you might have done something like an example would be, oh, you took away my toy and he might be misinterpreting something like that. But yeah, uh, that being said, it's a very friendly relationship. I know this the oracle card isn't exactly what it's going to be here from what I'm feeling intuitively. It feels more like we're on the same level. We're like peers and yet also like connected. Like I think he likes it when you get silly and allow him to be silly. And but you need a new phone because your phone is busted, so you stop taking pics of him and uploading pics of him, but maybe you should start again. I mean, do it honestly like I think we think it has to be um, by the way, sorry if I'm ignoring some people, it's because I'm trying not to get distracted because I'm gonna lose my train of thought. So, essentially, like I see it being like you can do it with whatever you have, the resources you have, instead of trying to make it so HD. It doesn't have to be. Like, especially with TikTok, it's hard for me to learn because I'm on the cusp of being a millennial and a Gen Z. So I was raised on Instagrams that were curated. And I'm like, I don't know how, like, I can perceive Gen Z being like, yeah, just do whatever you want, even if it's a crappy phone. Like, but somehow it doesn't click for me. But I'm also like, yeah, I get it. It's entertaining. You're so welcome. I'm gonna answer BK, and also very. I'm not doing free yes or no readings. I am doing free charm readings. And if you have a specific question you want me to answer, it's $5, right? So you can send like a super chat or super thanks, whatever, or super sticker, whatever the heck it is. But that's it if you want a specific question. If you're open to just finding out what's coming your way through the charms, then drop your initials. Okay, it's okay, love. No worries. Okay, BK. So, all right, Brittany. Okay, let's see what's coming for you this week ahead. Okay, all right. I'll also that. I'm gonna get another one because we also had that come up from the previous reading. We have a red butterfly here. Oh, we have Saturn. Okay. Oh, we have Leo. Saturn, right? Um, I don't know why I've done this to myself and set my camera up so far, knowing that I can't read because it's like far. Okay. So BK, Saturn and Leo here. Okay. So Leo is all about self-expression. This is about you speaking your mind and saying what is true for yourself. This could be a little bit of creativity. This could also be a little bit of fun. And the fun, okay, when I think about fun and Leo, I think of it as often an event that is outside of your usual. I'm going to say the word cinematic. Dramatic, but not necessarily in a bad way, just cinematic things, right? So, meaning what? Meaning when you're going on a girls' trip somewhere and let's say, oh, we're going to Vegas or something, like that's the vibe of this, right? Or oh, someone did something for you and it felt like a scene out of a movie. And that's the example here. If it's something romantic, I'm not necessarily getting the indication that it's specifically romantic. We have the music charm here, so music could be involved. Blue could mean communication. The red butterfly here, this could be some sort of transformation and change. An example of this would even be seen straight out of a movie, like, you know that scene where the girl, the hot girl, she descends down the stairs and she's got this beautiful dress on, right? So that's the other example that's coming to mind, which is that um it's something to do with like a cinematic scene, essentially, and something to do with a scene straight out of a movie. Whatever it is, it's entertaining, it's dramatic. Now, the Saturn charm here, or the Saturn dice here, Saturn can represent order, but it can also represent maturity. So I'm kind of seeing something like, okay, it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel like restriction. It actually feels a little bit like maturity, like being able to reap the effects of your hard work. Oh, you know what's so funny? I literally have TV here. So again, something about like it could be you're going to the movies, or it could be something like, oh, which by the way, vet maybe is also a little uh thing here. It could be another thing. If you have a pet, it could be also like a little sign like, oh, it's time for their vet appointment. Nothing necessarily crazy. But TV is something that's coming to mind as like, oh, I'm going to the film, the cinema, I'm going to a play, I'm going to theater, or something's happening in my life that is straight out of TV or straight out of a movie scene. Or it could be like, oh, I'm interacting with someone that's a little famous for some reason. So something exciting like that is coming your way. We also have ER here. Literally reminds me of like emergency room, like or medical type of shows, which I do know a little bit about you, so I think the medical aspect would make sense. But ER makes me think of like fast-paced scenes, exciting, straight out of a movie, dramatic, and yet somehow it's like it makes you feel alive, you know? And that's primarily what I'm seeing there. The other thing I was also going to say, even this, even the virtual reality, it's like all of this almost indicate not only technology, but also things happening in your life that are very interesting. Almost like you could write a film about it, you could write a little episode about it. RV also makes me think of like little road trips. This can also be a sign for you that if you have been wanting to do things that are more exciting in your life, now's the time to channel that energy for change, transformation, and growth. Um, okay, let me see what's going on. So I think we have Sky. Are you still here? Have you come back? Have you left? I think Sky left, so that's why I kind of skipped to everybody else because I didn't hear Sky. Um, but Sky, if you are here, just resend your message and I'll get to you next at some point. Fairy, okay, so your name is Mia. Okay, awesome. Thank you again so much. She is crazy accurate. Highly recommend. Aw, thank you so much, girl. Thank you. Definitely channeling the road trip energy. Awesome, right? I think like we all deserve a little bit of a break. You know what's funny, Brittany? Like as soon as you said that, okay. So I have a little statue on my table, and again, I keep thinking of like Vegas vibes, but it's because I kept thinking of like Leo and Caesar's Palace. But for some reason, it's making me think of like museums. Like you don't have to go anywhere crazy. You could go somewhere that is quite chill, you know? Excuse me, let me drink some water before I continue. And for anybody that's here, um, drop your initials in the chat if you want a charm reading for free. And if you have a specific question you wanted to ask, it's $5. And do the super sticker or super chat. Okay. Um, and then after this, if no one's, if after Mia, if this is the last one, we're gonna unwind and I'm gonna play some house flipper. I'm going to renovate some houses because I just want to chill. It's a Sunday night. I want to have a good time too, you know? But yeah, now's your time to essentially drop your questions or your initials in chat. Okay. Mia. Ooh, yes, right? I mean, sometimes you need just a little unwind, like I think being spiritual and being just like enjoying and having fun should be balanced. Because you're also something that one of my teachers have said before is like you're also a part of this world. You're not a spiritual being. That's the thing. You're learning to be spiritual so you can have balance, but you're an earth being, essentially. So you got to learn how to live life physically on earth. Okay. Mia. Upcoming week for Mia. Okay. And oh, all right. Ooh, so beautiful and perfect because that literally resonates with what I was seeing in the other stuff also. So Mia, this is a little bit of either something branded or celebrity status or both. Okay, so we have the star charm here. Again, star factor, popularity, celebrity status, fame, could be increased followers on social media if that's something you're trying to do. There's something happening around you this week ahead that is an increase in your social standing, social status, or how people know you, how people perceive you as well. This could also be like a notch on your belt. So if it's literally like, oh, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, like it could be a notch on your belt or an achievement of sorts. But essentially, what I'm seeing here is some sort of fame. Okay. And the reason I'm saying that also is because we have Venus and in Leo here. So with Venus, this to me represents a little bit of money. Again, a little treat, a little accessorization, a little something to do with possessions, belongings, doing something fun, doing something beautiful, improving your cosmetic or aesthetic improvements, especially with Leo here, again, adds a little bit of drama or flair to this energy. In love, this could be like a grand romantic gesture. This could be, meeting someone really attractive and complimenting them. This could also be buying something that's again branded, oh yes, you feel like this is for you with my account with posting. Awesome. And you've been wanting to go to the mall, get your makeup and shit. I'm betting it's something nice and luxurious if it's the makeup. And it's so funny. It's so funny because I was literally gonna tell you guys, like, I have my lashes done, right? And well, it's just falsies. And right before this stream, I was putting them on and I was like, for some reason I had a vision of myself telling you guys like y'all better be careful about the stuff that you buy on the internet because um sometimes your girl plays makeup roulette with questionable brands. Like it's just like whatever's cheap and on the internet, right? But it's like, there are some things like, oh, I don't know, maybe the things that are close to your eyes that are probably better if you buy it from a reputable source. And so I was like, a nice makeup is kind of better even if it's expensive, if it maybe doesn't irritate your eyes, you know? Yes, lol, you want a Coach bag and you put your lashes on too, which is crazy you said that. So awesome, exactly. Like that's it's like validating that we're tapped into your energy. So exactly, like with Venus and Leo here, it's a little bit of flair. Especially, so the reason I wanted to say that is because this literally was like what stuck out to me. It was like LV or, something like that. And you mentioned Coach, maybe these are other brands also. But yeah, essentially, it's even QN reminds me of Queen and the love here. very Venus energy. If I were you, I would channel this energy into beauty or glamour spells because it looks like it's already calling out to you. So in your own simple way, I would do something like that for fun, right? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Even the number 10 here is sticking out to me also as like, you know, excess, like excess, but excess is not necessarily bad if you know how to balance your spending. So that's probably the only message that we don't like to hear, but it's a message that's there anyway. You've been going through shit with my person. People are talking shit about you, trying to make her overthink. Yeah, well, I think like what it is that if you wanted to, a self-love spell is probably the best one at this time because again, this is about queen energy, right? So we just talked yesterday about the law of assumption and about attracting everything you desire. And so that's essentially the energy that I have here, which is like your queen shit. You know, queen energy, how do I attract my person's love instead of constantly feeling like I have to run after it, right? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing right there. Yeah, you've been manifesting your confidence to be better in your relationship. Yeah, that's better too. Like even that, like affirmations and all that, like we've talked about so much about that. So definitely recommend. This is the perfect time for you in particular for things like glamour spells, beauty spells, confidence spells, attracting more like sugar and honey and love in your love life. And it's less about you doing the work and more about you being in that queen energy. So, yeah, awesome. Anybody else that wants their charms read? Last call. Or anybody else that wants a paid question, which is fine if not, because I'm about to flip some houses. But I was thinking, right, if people pop by, I was thinking that like if people pop by anyway, play spin message. If people pop by anyway, like I might as well just, I would just switch to my other screen as well anyway. But I hope y'all are having a great day, great night. Um, like Sundays we're getting ready for the week and I was like, I think it's fine or fun to just get things started in terms of an easy way. Get your week started with some relaxation, so that the week ahead is abundant. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna BRB for P. And then when we're back, I'm gonna be flipping houses. And it's still open. If you all still want like a charm reading, I'll still leave that open. Um, I'll probably like turn off the camera. So, all right, BRB, y'all. When we're back, we're gonna be flipping houses. All right. Hey, Sky. Just catching up. Okay. Hello, the little boy is here. Your work message on air sign was spot on for me, and sorry you lost your connection for a little bit. I'm here now, please. No worries. Today's been your first time visiting the channel. Would definitely appreciate a charm reading. Yes, absolutely. Um, Sweet boy is here though. He's chilling for a little bit while I get things started. Let me some charms. He's sleepy. Peachy. Okay. Wait. Oh, Peachy, are you sure you want that to be the question? I'm just asking because um I feel like that was the intention of the charms. However, if you still want me to pull cards on that, I will. So let me know. I have a feeling to pull my tarot cards. So oh, move that out of the way. Okay. So for Sky, I'm gonna do Sky's charm rating first. Aw, thank you so much. You can ask a different question. I'm okay with that. Like, so ask it away if you want to, but even if not, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know how people got it to say five though. Honestly, I don't know either, but I don't know. I'll have to like get on my own live and like check that at some point. I quite literally don't know. um, okay, so for Sky. We have heart here. Um, okay. Wait a sec. Okay. Reminding back now and seeing a message. So kind of you, Isabella TY, listening now on playback. Okay, yeah, no worries. I understand because you have internet issues. So I'll still, do your reading. Okay. Sky. Okay, something I don't know how to explain this. Because I know you're also gonna have to like be delayed with the chat. So I don't okay, I typically okay. Typically, Sky, I wouldn't do mediumship like this because again, it's like it seems like your chat might be delayed. But for some reason I'm just picking up on a grandmother energy and I feel like this is someone on the mom side of the family. Um, Would you understand your grandmother energy in the spirit world? If yes, just let me know whenever, because I know the chat might be delayed for you. But I feel like that was just a little like saying hi type of thing. And to be honest, I don't know if it's like if they're talking about like grandma on mom's side of the family, or if they are saying like someone is talking about mom in the living, grandmom on mom's side of the family in the living. But I just picked up on that energy very suddenly when I was grabbing your charms. So I thought I would say it anyway. But I'm gonna go and talk about your week ahead now. So with your week ahead, Sky, I'm seeing the red heart here, and it's an outline of a heart. It's an open heart, right? When I think about that, I think about possibilities. And I think about how you need to be more open to random and new experiences, which you're doing right now. So, this is a very good thing what you're doing. This is a great sign. But essentially, being open to new experiences is going to surprise you. What's interesting here is we have Jupiter here. Jupiter is all about good luck. It's good luck, it's spirituality, which makes sense. You're right here, which is out of your schedule, right? But Jupiter is expansion. This is good luck, this is positivity opportunities. It's also um, fortune coming into your life. Now, specifically in what sense? Aquarius energy here reminds me of someone's social circles. Okay, all the pets are now they've staked their claim, right? This is dangerous because she's gonna want to paw the charms. But you know what's funny? This is part of your reading, Sky, because this is quite literally being open to new friends. This is being open to unlikely friends, to social circles. And you already did this by being here in this live, but I'm going to need you to be open to new people and interactions in your life also. You never know where it's going to take you. You never know where it's like, oh, you could meet the one, or you could meet someone that's just a really fun person to be around. OMG, yes, your grandmother on your mom's side is on the other side. She just says hi. Okay. I also keep getting something to do with, so I'm glad to be able to say that, yeah, sorry, just to repeat it because I don't know if I said that clearly. Um, OMG, yes, Bree, your grandmother on your mom's side is on the other side. I'm glad to hear that the message resonated with you, Sky. Um, and with your grandmother, or would you understand if someone has a connection to, I want to say something like games because I feel like I'm seeing dominoes. So I don't know if it's like Domino's the pizza or Domino's as a game or even dice because I'm seeing those little dots. So I think this is validation for you that there's some sort of like your guidance from your loved ones in spirit here for you. When I think of dominoes and dice, domino effect is of course, how things are affected by one small action, and dice is also about chances, taking a chance, um quote unquote gambling on an opportunity even if it sounds scary at first, right? Um interesting at new experiences. Lol, that's fair. You've been locked and focused for a while as that felt needed. Right. But right now, in order, whatever this goal is you're working on, in order to expand and almost like um bring more energy into that field, you might need to also expand your reach. Here's an example. An example would be, oh, I've been working on my career and I've been trying to focus, but like sometimes you need to interact with your coworkers a little bit, even though you might not like interact with them personally, even professionally is okay because that connection can carry into things. It can feel like your comrades in the field of work, in the field of career. And that gives you a benefit. What if one day you need someone to trust specifically in the workspace, right? Now, what that does is that it brings someone close. It gives you an ally essentially. If it's a business related thing, same thing. Sometimes collaborating with other people or just having good business contacts gives you help. I know that for example, I can't do my own services. Like I can't read my own cards all the time. So I need friends that also do readings so that if I really need help, we can trade services, right? Or it's like maybe I handle this, you handle that. You're not sure about dominoes or dice, it could be possible, but I wouldn't know personally. That's okay because it could be a metaphor also. So, whenever spirit gives images like that, it's not always literal. Sometimes it's something as simple as, oh, remember when I used to play mahjong, or like, remember when I used to play a little game in the afternoons with my other older relative friends or just her other friends. However, again, or I wonder if she wore a visor as well, and if not, it could be that some other members of the family, especially in the spirit world, are chiming in, or she could be talking about someone in your family now. Um, so that being said, right, there's some sort of playful energy that your grandmother is coming through with. And again, most of the time, sometimes it's not literal and it's also a metaphor, right? The dominoes and the dice represent some sort of change that can come your way with one small action, right? Right to the next level, understood. I must socialize more. Sounds like you're saying. Okay, don't treat it as like I have to socialize, right? Treat it as expansion, and in order to get expansion, Aquarius energy is about being innovative, the right technology, connections with the right people, being in the right organizations or being connected to the right organizations. Maybe it's visibility as well by the right people, you know? I'm also getting here, so there's a lot of I. So this could be the number three, could end up being relevant for you or the month of March. Um, you know what's funny? Aquarius is sometimes associated with like ET, like aliens kind of, or like otherworldly type of energy. So I don't know if you have a connection to stuff like that, or maybe you're just into things like aliens and UFOs. Now the other thing with I makes me think this is a lot of like me time energy that it's just time to balance it. It's not a bad thing. Could be also that someone is there's something about someone having multiple letters in their name, or maybe even like the number three, like, oh, there's three siblings in the family, something like that. Because I know there's a lot of information. I'm trying to like whittle it down so it's not super confusing. Um, but it also makes sense to me that the charm that came out for you is the open heart. So maybe all of the answers to the questions you're having will come through literally so easily if you were open, and it'll come through like this, like a whole channel of information. Okay. What would, what did you see here? Okay, I can't see. So that sounds valid for the stage where I have been because I've launched a new business recently and was just literally thinking I need to network more. Exactly. Well, I can read. Lol, happy to read sometime. Have to order some new cards, but I'm great at reading. Thank you so much. I love that. I'll take your offer into question. Like, I'll think about it. Yeah. So right, this could be a metaphor, and yes, thank you for patience with the chat delay. No worries. Ask her to send messages. I'd remember if you can. Let me see if there's something that let me just see if there's something that comes through. Okay, suddenly I have the sound M in my brain. And so I'm saying the sound M because I don't know if she's talking about like an M initial, an M nickname, or if it's like M, like let's say Emmanuel, but I'm hearing M. Um I really think someone has a visor. I feel like maybe this is someone else in the family also. Sometimes they can cut in with each other. So, and also sometimes your spirit people are talking about people in the living and we don't realize it immediately. You really have been in big time hermit mode for months. Yeah. Now it's time to essentially have balance, right? Not necessarily a complete change. I think that the focus you're doing is good, you know? Lol, girl, I mean it. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I'm thankful that whenever I do have trouble, like, um, yeah, like I always have people to kind of read for me as well. But I will keep you on in mind, of course. No pressure. Yeah. I'm just kind of like waiting for chat as well to load. That's what's going on. Because I also think channeling can at times be demanding for people, so only if it comes clearly, all good either way, much appreciated. Me? Mom's warm, so he's just chilling. By the way, if anybody wanted to drop their initials in comments, let me know. I mean, the visor is interesting. I feel I may have seen a photo of her with a visor, but I honestly don't know. I may have been too young to really register that. Yeah, that's okay. Keep it in mind because that's what I'm seeing. I also see whoever it is that I'm seeing because sometimes sometimes what ends up happening, and again, it's a little difficult. That's why I try not to do mediumship readings over chat because it's like like there's a delay in the information. But sometimes what happens is like, what do you call this? Um like someone else could also be coming through at the exact same time, right? You understand it's a public read and mediumship can be taxing, so you're respected anyway. Very grateful for this message so far. Um I don't know. I just kept seeing those game related things. Again, to me, those are things like dominoes, dice, even the visor reminds me of like when ladies would play games in the afternoon or play cards with each other in the afternoon. Um, you know, you could try to speed it up, but then you would likely miss things. No worries. Don't be worried about it. I'm just trying to reply to it. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that with you because I think that it was pretty clear that she's the one that came through. And I just kept seeing her with short hair. That's what I wanted to say. Um, to me, your grandmother has a very warm energy. She strikes me as someone I keep seeing sunlight. So much sunlight, which tells me that either that's like her warmth and personality, um, or that there's a lot of memories in relation to summer, but I'm seeing a lot of sunlight around her, and that feels relevant to her. Okay? Randomly, I also saw a dragon, so I don't know if you're gonna end up having a connection to that or if she does. But when I think of dragon, I do think of like Chinese zodiac, for example, so maybe a connection to that. When I think about dragon as well, I think about opportunity. So this could be her giving me this image for you of like there's like what you're waiting for in terms of opportunity is there. Again, with all the game symbolism, it's sort of like you got to take a chance though. Oh, the other thing that was coming to mind was something like maybe someone has a connection to table tennis or ping pong. And if it's not her, it could be someone else like you around her, or like, oh, you did that when you were young or something. But I feel like I'm seeing something like table tennis or ping pong or badminton. That's that's what I'm picking up on. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that with your grandmother. Thank you so much for coming through. Okay, so I'm gonna the charms now, baby. Okay. Holding on for dear life. Yeah, because mom is moving her arms so much, huh? Oh, so sleepy. So sleepy. She grew up in the Caribbean. So the Caribbean, I mean, again, if I were thinking of the Caribbean, it makes me think of the heat, especially the summer heat that I was saying earlier. Also, I'm probably gonna wait for all the messages to load before I respond to you, because maybe it'll make more sense as time passes. But yeah, okay. All right. So if anybody wants their initials read, comment your, or sorry, if anybody wants their charms read, comment your initials. If anybody wanted a priority live question, send your question and send a $5 sticker, or super chat, whatever. And if not, we're gonna be heading to gaming a little bit. Gonna have a little relaxing time. Okay. So let me actually move literally everything. Okay. You're so welcome. Yeah, I hope it ends up making sense to you. Again, like I said, I think some of it could be a metaphor, like, and sometimes it's like what happens is like one person is the speaker for the message and she's talking about everybody else, you know? But yeah. Okay, so we have E. Clark. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, actually, sorry, boy. No go down? Still no go down. Okay. No go down. I'm gonna show the camera. Um, Actually, you can still see it kind of. No, you can't. Okay, EC, I will read your charms. Let me just reconnect this actually. So, okay, beautiful. Well, gonna knock everything away. but it's okay. We vibing. Are you sure you want to be here? You just want to be warm? Okay, so for EC or E Clark, let's see what is coming your way this week. Okay. Do I just hang out and play games until folks come through? Yeah, I mean, this is kind of my first time like playing a game on stream with people like really like to talk to. Like, I did play like Road to Empress once before. But it wasn't a lot of people coming through. So I don't know. I think it's just a cozy little stream. It's Sunday. I feel like I really like gaming. I think it's really relaxing. And this one isn't a story game, but there are some story games that I feel like, have amazing stories that I think are worth telling or talking about, you know? Um, okay. So we have here we go. We have the North Node here. This is all about ambition. This is about your future. I want to say the words future forward thinking. You're so welcome, E. So this is about future forward thinking, right? Um, okay. I see you making some preparations. This is kind of a serious time this week. Not serious in a bad way necessarily. Come here, my child. Here we go. Hey, girl. Hey, Pink. This is not necessarily like serious in a bad way. I feel that this is more like, sorry, I got distracted. He's so cute. He's kind of terrified of heights, which, duh. He's a small ass dog. Of course he'd be scared of heights. But he's also like, he doesn't want to go down. So I'm like, you want to go down or you want to stay here? But it's warm on me. So, big boy. Okay. So again, my bad, E. So for the North Node, right, this is about thinking about your future forward direction. This is your mindset. This is where you're heading. This is also, I want to say the words like you're doing a lot of organizing and planning this week ahead. That's the general energy. Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy can represent like shared money. So what does that mean? It often talks about things like investments. It can talk about uh settlements, not settlements. I actually want to change that word. Inheritances. Um, Typically this is all talking about things that you've already talked to someone about, right? So this is not me trying to scare you, just to clarify that. This is more like, oh, if you have been talking to a loved one about, hey, what's going to happen one day? Like, how are we going to manage our finances? There's a lot more conversations in relation to that. This could even be about love and relationships. And like, oh, I'm sharing my money with my partner, and we're talking a lot about our shared, like, again, shared finances or shared resources or shared property, you know? Now, Scorpio energy can also be sex. It can also be the occult or more interesting, darker shades of spirituality. Not necessarily in a bad way, it's more having to do with transformation. Um, so I could see you essentially this week ahead, right? Learning more about interesting topics like conspiracies or, like whatever it is you're into, but like learning more about a special interest, talking a lot about money, talking a lot about money in terms of like what are we going to do about it sense. This could be health as well, conversations about health. Sometimes this is also conversations about the difficult things in life, but we do that because we want to prepare, like we want to be able to um have a good mindset about the future and about what's coming through. Now we have the number 2 here. Maybe this is quite literally, sometimes these are initials, sometimes it's like the number 2 is a relevant number, you know a figure somewhere. All right, we also have like, this makes me think of like out. So that makes me think of like figure a way out, you know? And even the bow tie here, again, it's very much tuxedo vibes. It's very much like serious matters. Serious doesn't mean bad. It just means we're having to do the adult responsible things to get shit done. With the bow tie here as well. Again, to me this is arranging things, wrapping things up, period, and wrapping things up in a bow tie, you know, getting things to be more prepared essentially. I mean, if we're talking sexually though, just kidding. I'm sorry. It's there, okay? Because Scorpio is sex as well. So if we're talking that way, maybe this is sex with someone who is um a person that is outwardly okay, maybe not necessarily sex, but it could be like flirtation with someone who is outwardly considered a very responsible person and yet different in private matters, you know? Um sorry, it's right there. But essentially, there's something about this week ahead, excuse me, where you're dealing with like serious people or serious matters, but it's up to you if you want to take it lightly or take it seriously. You know, like that's where it all comes down to you. So that is what I'm seeing with that. Trying to see if there's anything else here. Oh, if I were you, if you have car issues, if I were you, I would be careful. I'm not saying okay, nothing has to happen, right? If I've done a good job, then you don't have to worry about shit like that, right? But this could be like as simple as, oh, I should probably update my like AAA or something, like update my car maintenance or update maintenance of other types so that I don't have to call like a person to come in or something. So this feels like again having to arrange practical matters, but okay, that's what it is. The North Node, like I said, it's forward thinking. Okay. So I feel the next week you'll have the chance to do something ahead of time so that you don't have to worry if something breaks down. So it's giving you a chance to arrange things beforehand. That's very much Mercury retrograde energy, actually, honestly. Anybody want a charm rating before I go into gaming? Before I disconnect my setup. Um, if you guys want to ask a specific question, that is $5 that you can use the super chat or super sticker or whatever. I can pull some cards. If you want a charm reading, okay, Pink wants one. Let me see where it is here. Thank you, girly. You're so welcome, girl. Okay. Let me see for Pink, the week ahead. One more. And then and where's the dice? Okay. Oh, we got a number instead. We got also Scorpio and 7. Actually, let's get a dice here for the planets. We have Venus. Okay, so I'm fucking with my voice too much. I need to like calm down a bit. But it's like so funny, like that's how you know I really was like sick. Um, and that I must have injured my vocal cords a little bit because I have been taking like medication, like a nasal spray. So because I kept getting like after I got sick with like possibly laryngitis, after that it was like I got a cold. And so I was super congested for a while, like probably a month or two. Um, but like what was happening was like everything was probably swollen and wasn't really getting a chance to heal. So you know, now that I have the nasal spray and all that, like I'm less congested, but my throat still kind of gives out at the end of certain sentences, which tells me it's like she's still working, she's training out here, you know, which is fine. But you know, I was like yesterday, I was well, because it's Monday for me already, and yesterday I took a break from streaming and like for the most part my voice is already recovered, but you know, just like a sprain, it really does take time. And my impatient ass does not want to listen to that. So, okay, WFH, we're working from home. That's the week ahead. That's it. I'm just kidding. No, but it's funny. Isn't it so funny that they do that? It's so accurate because I do know a little bit about you that it's like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's work from home. Okay, I didn't mean to spell this. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. Because I was gonna say, like, Venus and Scorpio is a little bit of spicy time here. Something fun and spicy. Pink could be a little, well, that's also you again, by the way, but that could also be a little bit of, because that's literally your username, but it could also be a little bit of romance. When I think about pink flowers, I think about like, oh, and also the number 7 is Libra energy or like relationship energy. So essentially, I see you having more focus on love life this week ahead, but it's very nice. Excuse me, could be a little wholesome, could be harmonious. It could be something that is like romantic, spicy, but also fun because pink, as opposed to red, right? Red is very passionate, it's very intense. Pink is more like, oh, we're having a really good, fun time. We're chilling together, So there could be some connections to that in your life this week ahead. With Venus here, again, this could be a little bit of shopping, this could be a little focus on love. With Scorpio, with Scorpio, there's also a little focus on money. This could be money coming through from a shared fund, a shared account, someone sharing their resources with you and being like, here, let me help you out. Hopefully it's the disability thing you were asking me about, but and hopefully we'll receive good news. Is that a possibility? Sure, but I can't guarantee that, right? Because we're not getting too many validations. But this is definitely something positive in relation to love. This literally gives me the vibe. Because of the fact that it's home vibes, though, it's giving me like the energy of, oh, we're having a cute little romantic moment at home. I'm doing something fun with someone at home. Even this, so who WHO here could be health themes, which again kind of represents the financial situation you were asking me about. So now I'm starting to wonder if there's going to be some news in relation to the disability thing that you were asking about. Because who and then even how here just makes me think like you might be receiving a lot more answers to these questions in the week ahead. You maybe not entirely resolved, answered, maybe not so much money, but some. Enough for it to give a little bit of hope. It's not an F, it's not a P, but but yeah, enough for it to give a little bit of hope. Maybe a few, you know? So that is what I'm seeing for that, especially in number 7 here as well. And also, I was saying like number 7 is dealing with other people, but that could also mean legal related situations or paperwork. Either way, I feel that there's a lot more beauty, a lot more harmony, a lot more positivity coming in your life over this coming week, essentially. All right. Anybody else want a charm reading? Anybody want a charm reading or have a specific question? If you want a charm reading, drop your initials in chat. If you this sounds beautiful. Yeah, it does. If you have a specific question, if you want a priority live question reading, um, send the super chat. It's $5, and that'll be for a specific question you want to ask. Other than that, our charm reading for this week is what's coming your way this week. What's the energy of this week for you? And if nobody is going to be asking for a charm reading, I will be going into flipping houses and renovating houses. I was genuinely thinking, I was like, should I emotionally traumatize you guys with like a really heartfelt game? I'm just kidding. But I was like, it's Sunday. Let me be nice. Like should we do a story game that's kind of cool but also would like make you cry? But like, nah, too early to cry. Let's do that next time. On the plus side, Paralives had a patch. So I was playing Paralives like last week and I recorded that, but I'm being a little shy about uploading it. So I'm gonna have to edit and upload maybe soon. And I was like, it was okay, but also a little bit buggy because it is kind of early access. But it seems like they patched some things up, so maybe we'll play a little bit of that. I love things like The Sims and also Paralives. Um, I haven't really gotten a chance to familiarize myself with that one though. So, you know, I also plan maybe one day on playing things like horror. Am I built for this? Probably not, but it would be fun as hell to try it, you know? And I had some plans about that, but I feel like Sundays for chill things, Sundays for easygoing things. So I was like, let me just chill for a second. Okay. Connect my earphones. You still want to chill there, baby? You want to go down? Okay. Oh boy. I'm actually gonna BRB because they finished their food bowl. So let me just refill that for a second. Oh, we're back. A little cozy. A little cozy late night. Excuse me, late night game. Late night house flipping. It's a little cozier that way. Maybe we do that for now. So we are gonna be playing House Flipper. And I don't know if you guys can hear me well. I feel like you can't. So here. I'll leave it at that. Okay. Oh my god, sorry. My bad. Glad you can hear me. I've had that sound off for literally 2 hours. I'm excited. Okay. So my only thing is I probably have to like I probably have to look at y'all in chat from my YouTube chat because I won't be able to see what's going on from right over here. But I think what we're gonna do is that I think for now we're going to focus on I'm just gonna play the game, and if y'all have a question, drop the question in the comments. I will still answer. Let me actually pin the message or something. Okay. All right, perfect. So let's chill. Let's have a good time. I'm gonna click new game because I don't care. No, no, too. So I've never played this before, but I was like, this sounds really relaxing. We get to do a little, you know, okay, it's not building like The Sims. It's just designing and renovating. We're cleaning things up. This is our office. Our office sucks, actually. No, this is our office, and our office sucks ass. But we're on the come up. We're trying to be the best, what, house flipper out there on the market. And Jesus Christ, who lives here? All right. Oh my God. Like, hey, brooms are not that expensive. Okay? Hold to pick up. So I don't need to pick that up. I just pressed the dis. Am I supposed to pack all this? Laptop will allow you to find jobs, buy houses, and them. You cannot afford to buy a house yet, but it looks like you already have your first grade emails. You know, something I was like thinking about, someone said something like the only thing certain in life is death and taxes. I'm like, I'm kidding. No. um, but it's an interesting thing to think about. I'm gonna go to the email. Whoa. Ex-boyfriend stole the radiator from my house. T. You know what, y'all? Okay, y'all, I was gonna do this, but I was like, how many entries are we gonna get? But I really wanted to do like reading, like, am I the asshole from like Reddit stories, or like, like those types of posts, and then we could do a little reading on like what they should do with their situation. But I was also thinking, like, if people wanted to submit their own little confessions, that we could do that, and we could talk about it in chat, like obviously respectfully, but at the same time, like, we might just get tea, who knows? But I thought that would be interesting, maybe one day. Once our little audience grows and all that, once y'all, we can hang out and have a good time just talking about stories. So yeah. Okay, hello. I'd like to hire your company to put my house in order. I know from photos posted on Face Spam that my ex-boyfriend broke into my house, made a huge mess, and stole the radiator. It's possible that some other things are missing too. Please clean up the house and replace the missing appliances. I would ask you not to inform the police about the whole matter. I will settle it myself with my ex-boyfriend after return. Regards, Sarah Lewis. I accepted it. I didn't even finish cleaning up our office, but that's the way life is. Hey, we got him up. Congratulations, you've unlocked a new tool. From now on, you'll be able to clean dirty stuff using. Okay, perfect. But we got account balance. We got $30,000. Not enough in today's economy. I'm kidding. Yeah, but we're doing our best. So hold and switch to clean. Okay, relaxing. So am I just keeping it all in my ass? Like it's all in my pocket? It's true, right? I've just got all this trash in my boundless pocket. I mean, it's good. I don't want to have to like go back and forth between places, but I feel like I'm just picking up things. Tab for tablet. Okay. So we've got tasks, remove trash, clean dirt, and mount devices. Need a radiator. Am I crazy or did she just tell us to clean everything and really our job was only to put up the radiator? Or did I not pay attention to that? But oh, okay, so this one, what am I doing? Okay. So you can't, here we go. You can't just pick everything up and put everything in your girl. Out of here. Goal to pick. This is messy as my Virgo moon ass is like, you know what? Bye. I'm actually going back home. Just kidding. I actually don't want to be here. I'm just kidding. Okay. I love how we're using a mop to like clean the sink. But you know what? Makes sense. Can y'all hear the background, like the birds chirping and all that? I turned it down so much for myself because I don't know if anybody can like relate to this, but I feel like I need to hear myself talk because I feel like if I don't hear myself talk, like I lose my train of thought. Probably not great, but so we go shift. Nope. What's the other side? Okay. Press E. Well, tablet. From now on, you have a tablet at your disposal. Press tab to use or hide it. It allows you to buy things. It'll be handy for this task. Okay. So, like, I want to just not put it on there straight. Don't piss me off. I feel like tilted. Okay. I'm gonna have to let that go. Actually, so we are maids, right? She needs to hire someone for that, right? Like, why is my job? My job was the radiator. She was like, she trauma dumped on us. She was like, oh, my ex-boyfriend did this, this, and this, and this, and this. And also, can you install the radiator, which is our job, but I'm kidding. That's fine. Girls gotta eat, right? I just realized I don't think I hear the game sounds. So, no, because it's probably really low, because I set it to be really low. Can you hear this now, Pink? Like, at least the birds chirping. It's also possible that it's like, oh, yes. Okay, perfect. So it was just really freaking low. Tell me if it's ever too loud. Because I just wanted to make sure y'all don't go deaf. Because like back when I was playing like Road to Empress, that game, I love it and it's so loud. Okay, perfect. So we gotta install the radiator now, right? So again, why is it my job to like fix all her shit? No, well, we're house flippers, so of course it's our job. You are improving. Turn on the tablet to choose what you want to spend the new skill point on. We're gonna do that later. Clean. I get it now. It's because we're house flippers, but she probably should have indicated that in the email. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like being so particular for no reason. Okay. Oh. You can't open it. Oh, gotta radiate. Girl. If only like cleaning things was as easy as this. I hope we get to like redecorate some stuff soon, which I think is kind of the point of this game. So now we go tablet. Penetrate. Oh, what do we do? So penetrating vision, fast hands, and long range. See some dirt on the mini map. Ooh, that's actually cool. Fast hands, 25% faster clean or good mop. What do y'all think? What do you think we should do? Asks. So clean dirt. We just have to mount the radiator soon. Perks. Oh, cute. Or I was gonna say, where is the radiator? Do we just like, do I just have that on me? Do I just got that thing on me? I just have a radiator in my pocket. You can buy the radiator, exactly. So I was thinking, go to the store first. So that would be like this one, right? Correct? I don't know if that's correct. Oh, assemble. Ooh. Awesome. But now I want to do skill perks. I want to see some dirt on the mini. Yeah, maybe this one. Everything done. Complete the job. Yay! We made money! Yes. Okay, so that was our first little house flip. We did great. We're on the come up. We gotta make money so we can upgrade our fuck ass office. This is crap. Look at this. We need a better office. Here's my. And the damn mop for everything. That wall saying just. Pick up. Oh, are we supposed to think? I made a mop? Oh. We don't even have a radiator either. Questionable stains everywhere. Ooh. Oh, we have to sleep? No. I will pay you if I am fully satisfied, or you get nothing. Winter is coming. The winters are hard, and there are no radiators in my house. Mount them. Bro, what is wrong with you? Rude ass. Jack. Freaking Jack. Okay. Like, what are you? Who are you, Jon Snow? You're not Jon Snow. Caroline Smith, cleaning the garage. Hello, we need to clean the garage. Please throw away all the boxes, trash, and old tires. See, she detailed what we needed to do. The other person was just like, just install the radiator, that's it. No. Please don't forget to clean the window too. It's better not to touch the tools though. My husband doesn't like when someone moves them and he can't find them afterward. That's an interesting challenge. I'm gonna accept that, even though I will probably mess up and move the tool. Now we gotta make money. We gotta upgrade our house. Get a radiator for ourselves, so we don't have to deal with people like Jack, who's just like, girl, fix it or you get nothing. Like, who are you threatening me? This is actually very neat. What do we have to do again? We just have to remove the, oh, we're garage, okay. Out of here, my bad. I keep getting confused. I keep thinking it's like E. Said, I wish you could read the email again. But I think she just said like not to fuck with the tools. Remove trash, clean dirt, clean the window. Not so bad. Rest of this. Don't mess with it. Hold to pick up. Also not touching that. You're not gonna fool me into not getting my money. By the way, thank y'all for vibing. Fall asleep to this or something, I guess. I'm gonna try not to be so loud because I'm realizing it's like nighttime, like. So just thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And feel free to just lurk. I know I like to do that also when I'm just like watching other people on stream as well. I'm just like lurking. I need to do the garage. Tasks. To remove trash. Or clean the. That's such a mouse. I have to get myself a new mouse because like it's nagging on. Oh, eat. Bad. On its own. Fun little mechanic. Why did they make this so difficult to do? That's so funny. Isn't this so funny though? I'm being my little dream of being a cozy gamer. Not that it's really a dream, it's just like I always find people like this so fascinating, like watching them. And I think it's really cool to just like do even though you're not like perfect at it, or even though I have a shitty laptop and a shitty setup and apparently a short mouse also. Because you know, you can do whatever you want to do. And if it's like beginner level type shit, but that's kind of how you learn to do things anyway. Oh, I forgot it. I forgot a few fires actually. Ask him. I support this. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's like it's so much fun to do what you do. Um, yeah, I get it. I get it, and that's why I'm here. Just, you know, cleaning, renovating some houses, figuring things out. Oh my gosh. My thing just lit up. And it's so funny too, because I was like so sad a little bit because I was gonna play some other games. And then I was like looking at the specs of my laptop and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna play at all. We had some stuff planned, but that's gonna be reserved for the future. And by then it's gonna be even better, right? It's gonna be much more fun. But I understand why people do this. I understand also like why people love to watch like play games just because it's nice and fun and cozy. Okay, complete the job. It's also like, well, especially now, it's like what, nighttime, right? So this is more of a chill kind of vibe. But I can understand like being a streamer is like not easy also if you're like high energy, like your energy levels are up for like hours on end. Now this is my baby, my other baby. Well, y'all are gonna see my big baby come to visit. She's come to say, Mom, Mom. Nothing like nothing else, you know. She really wanted affection. She really wanted a cuddle. She's so annoyed with me that I picked her up. Sorry. Sorry for crushing your vibe. She's like, girl, why are you embarrassing me in front of the people? I know. I love you. You being a sweet girl? Please don't step on the keyboard. Big baby. Do I read my pets? Not all the time. I think sometimes I do little check-ins with tarot, like whenever I need to. For the most part, like I know that sounds a little weird, but like I think there are, at least for me in my experience, there are some pets where you're just like, you feel like you have such a connection with them that it feels like I talk to them in English and I just feel like they understand. They probably don't. They might a little bit, you know, but to me, they understand. And I think simple things they do understand, you know? Um, but no, I don't read them all the time. I think it's like whenever it's necessary or whenever if I feel like there's something to read. Does that make sense? Because for the most part, we're just chilling. Oh, that's a fun little thing. I really like that you asked that question. If you guys have questions about like spirituality, then we can make this like a little, or just, you know, whatever you want to ask. Like you don't have to. Again, if you want to lurk, that's all right. But if y'all have questions about spiritual experiences, like we can do a little Q&A while I'm out here flipping houses. But this one's so funny. Miss Dart, she is so funny because she likes the butt pats. She likes the little booty slaps. And it's like, you would think, oh, she probably doesn't want to get hurt. You're like, no, no, no. She likes the bongo booty slaps. Like, to me, what are angel numbers about? I think it depends. Like, for me, angel numbers are like a sign that I'm on the right path, you know, or that I'm connected to spirit somehow, that I'm being watched over by spirit. But I think I don't read into every single one. Mostly because I also know that once you start paying attention to signs, it's so hard to distinguish between like, am I just, you know, like, am I picking up on an angel number because it's relevant to me right now? Or am I also just energetically high vibrational, if you think about it that way, right? So, for example, if you're, let's just say, for example, you do a lot of meditation, you do your cleansing, you're a very like spiritual in that traditional sense type of person, honey, it's very likely for you to pick up on angel numbers or see them everywhere. But that doesn't necessarily mean everything all the time. It's just confirmation, sort of. So I kind of just like seeing them. I like seeing them because it tells me that I'm connected to spirit. And that's about it. I'm like pushing her because she's trying to eat the cables, because of course she is. Honey, no. And and when it comes to angel numbers, I also feel like if it's something you have to see because it's a sign and it like will not go out of your face, usually you see it multiple times or you have no choice but to see it, which is like Like an example with, okay, so I remember someone messaging me. I don't know if it was actually someone that was in chat earlier, but this person messaged me after a reading, and in the reading, I was like, the number 17 keeps on popping up for you. And um, so she was like seeing so many number 17s while she was listening to that reading. So she was literally in the car, she screenshotted her like car radio, she, and it was like kind of this sign for her that like spirit's with you at this time, you know? But then also you'll have some moments where like, oh, I don't see angel numbers for a long time. And then the one time that you do is an answer to a question that's been burning in your mind. So for me, actually, the rarer angel numbers are, and then you see it out of nowhere in a significant way, typically that's more of a sign than always seeing angel numbers. That doesn't mean you're not connected, it just means it's a different level of connection. One of it is like think of it as like a radio frequency. And when you're tapped into a certain frequency, you see a lot of angel numbers because you're attracting that type of energy. But when you're asking spirit a question, the frequency is going to quiet, and then you're going to see a big red sign. Honey, can you please move, my love? I can't even see the chat. There we go. You see them multiple times a day. Every day I always wondered why. I mean, again, I think it's kind of like you're tapped into that energy. If you want to, you don't have to. You could just take it as like, well, spirit's telling you that they're around, right? But if you want to, and you're like, I want to see angel numbers only when I should, or only when it's significant, then you can tell the universe, just like out loud say it, or even just think it deeply in your mind, and then that will slowly start to go away, and then you'll see it specifically when it's relevant, So yeah, I think you got to ask for specifics. Like, you got to ask in general. Like, that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in spirituality, is that you always got to ask. Like, so it's about questioning things, but also that, like, I know this sounds so interesting, but like with mediumship, right? So earlier I was trying to do a mediumship reading on someone, and again, it was a lot of energy kind of coming in, but I couldn't tell which direction it was coming from. And every single time I take classes on mediumship or try to learn it better, the lesson is always gotta ask. Like, oh, you want spirit to be more like specific with you about their messages, you gotta tell them, you gotta set the intention, you gotta ask. If you want spirit to like only speak one spirit at a time, you gotta tell them and you gotta ask. Like, if that's the answer to everything, right? Then come down, go down. If that is the answer to everything, then maybe setting the intention is what drives everything. Thanks for that tip. You're so welcome. Right? Okay. Your own photos and images. Have you noticed that by using the gallery tab on the tablet, you can choose any image from your hard disk and use it as a poster or picture to hang on the wall? Ooh, that's cool. You can use the camera tab, take photos of the game, and save your works on the disk. Yeah, I'm not about to do that right now. So I'm like, I don't know what pictures I have on here. No, I'm kidding. But it's like nice to know. Okay. Oh, you know what's happening? Is I am okay. Maybe this is better. But what's happening is that okay, so my mouse is connected to both my camera and my computer, and I was switching between the two, and that's why it kept fucking with the lighting. So, okay. All right. I'm definitely not answering Jack. Maybe I will. I don't know if I will. He's kind of rude as hell. You have to look for a bit. No worries, girl. Thank you so much for being here anyway. I really appreciate it. I'm only gonna play for a little bit more, I think, because you know the babies are clearly asking for attention already. They're mad at me for for ignoring them. So I think, you know, maybe we'll get Jack over with so he can, you know, F the heck off, you know, and never see him again. And then I think that'll be the end of stream for tonight. But this has been a great time. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy to be around y'all. What did he want again? He wants the radiator. I want bedroom, office, and how many he only wants radiators for everything. You know what? I don't have to do cleaning and what? So like that's kind of good. Okay, so is there a map? Or do I just wander into a room and hope? Okay. See, this mouse isn't working anymore, so I'm gonna need to get myself a new mouse, literally Toronto. Okay, radiator. Is that like... Oh, it's Mater. I was thinking of cars for a second. I was like radiator and... Oh, that was me, actually. Very relaxing. Relaxing to earn money and get the job done. What if I leave a little property damage in his house? I'm kidding. He was rude. Office and also radiator. Or need one too. Owl radiator? Tasks. Think. Oh, it does. So bedroom are good. Toilet, so we need a towel radiator. We're so handy. Mountable towel radiator. Right. Can't believe how good I am at this. It's pressing buttons. Can't believe how easy it is to flip houses. It's literally, game is for babies, you know? Kidding. There we go. Which, by the way, okay, you know what's so funny? I have quite literally never seen a radiator in person in real life. We don't have those here. Unless we have something else, but I don't have those here. I think. Oh, we go in. Nope. Like, I've seen them in movies. Yeah. Never had a radiator. Because I think radiators for heat. And it's already so hot, like to... Wait, so did he say something about the same? So are we able to kind of like... Nah, we'll just do mountable sink. Like, nobody asked us to, I think. So I think I can just, you know, do a normal sink job, I think. Who's doing that? Someone's doing stuff. Oh. Alright. Oh, leave it. Good girl, baby. Yay. Okay. New handyman skill available. Press the button below to upgrade the skill of handyman. Okay. 20% faster mounting, faster plastering. Hold up to 6 tiles or panels at once and lay them 24. I have no idea what you just said to me. Hold up to 6 tiles or panels at once and lay them. Oh, for tiling. Okay, my bad. So, do we want to be a better fitter, plasterer, or tiler? Maybe this one. That sounds like a lot more work than the plastering. Plastering was. Oh. Oh, we can do this too. Okay, so we can do 20% faster plot. Negotiation. We got skill. Option to negotiate the price. -2 of the job's requirements and higher payment. We do this. We do that one. Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, do I want another? Oh, we can end the job. Wait. I'm trying to think if I want to do one more quick one before we leave off for the night. You're here. Hi. We're just doing some cozy house flipping now. We did some ratings early on, but I'm on a rest now. And we're doing a few rounds. We did a few rounds of House Flipper. This might be our last. Or it's nighttime, and I know people will need to sleep. I wanna. Okay. Oh, I accepted it. I didn't even read it. I was trying to go back to the email, so I didn't even read it. But okay, I guess we're doing. I guess we're doing this house. We're painting. And I hope that one day we can design things a little bit more. You received a paint roller, so from now on you'll be able to paint walls with a paint roller. All you have to do is use a tablet to buy paint. Perfect, and she asked for gray. You remember that. I wish... Electrical outlet. Okay, good, because I was so worried that they weren't gonna say what the colors are. That would have been so horribly wrong. I would have forgotten. I already kind of... outside. Here we go. So... Oh, yeah. Okay. What am I doing? I just click and drag. That's good. I was like, what am I doing? So that did. I just love the front door open. Really? Living room with kitchen. Lovely. We're doing an electrical outlet. So outlet done. The couch? Outlet. Repair. Hold on a second. That repair. Living room with. Gotta be that one. Unless there's. Can't see. There wouldn't be any. I was just confused because, like, what does he want me to repair? Fine. Placement grid. Hmm? I just, guys, I just dropped your TV. Sorry about that. I just rearranged your entire living room, dropped your TV, your flat screen. It's broken, but I think I dropped it twice actually. Deal with it, kinda. Crazy? Or like, is there another outlet that I'm not aware? Oh, okay. Fast plane. Of course, there's nothing here. So what the hell am I supposed to do with it? Supposed to like buy something? Repair electrical outlet. Doesn't look right. Other room, like let me do it Oh, by the way, I just realized I've been moving so slowly because of this big couch. Giving myself back problems from this couch. Okay, you know what? Let's paint first because it's in the same thing. Repair one electrical outlet, living room. We gotta paint with a color. So do we not buy paint here? Or installation? How do I get this? Oh, here we go. Okay. What does he? They asking me? I am back. Sorry, I had to clear my mind. I went on a walk with my puppy. Oh, no problem. Don't be sorry about that. I hope you had a good walk. How was it? And what kind of puppy do you have? Trying to figure out how to paint this thing. So they said paint with the colors Amaranth, Adventure, and Gray. And if I'm not mistaken, they didn't necessarily say. Again, it would have helped to have the email, but they didn't necessarily say where I was supposed to. Just that I was supposed to. So are you? I feel like stripes would be horrible. So we do an accent wall maybe. I feel like they're not good colors, but I just work here. You know? It was good. I need it. I have a full breed German Shepherd. She's a girl. Oh, that's so lovely. German Shepherds are so adorable. And they're so loyal. They're such cool dogs. What's her name? Horrible. How old is she? You said puppy, so did you just get her recently? About to step on their tape. I am. Sorry guys, I stepped on your just like I dropped your TV. So now that's like I feel like if I were to put like pink paint all over all that, kind of ugly. Kind of ugly to pink and gray, but I'm just flipping their house. It's not my job to guess, I guess. I want to take her with me everywhere instead of take Pew Pew. Her name is Bear. Ah, which is crazy because oh, sorry, because when my brother was here, they would fight like crazy, and she's 5 years old. Ah, that's such a cute name. I can just imagine. They must be so cuddly. Um, but also that's so funny that like, so your brother and the German Shepherd would fight like crazy, and that's why you call her Bear. Am I understanding that right? Like, obviously you mean play fight, right? Do we like this wall? But also, girl, what do you think? Do we paint? Because they wanted it like gray and pink. Do we paint this wall, the kitchenette wall, pink too? Or should everything just be gray? I feel like an accent wall is kind of nice. We're probably gonna have to buy more paint though. That's actually not so bad. Now that I'm looking at the pink, if it's deep pink, it's not too bad. But I feel like the other walls should be... I don't know if this wall should be pink. I was thinking it would be gray. And then the pink would be an accent. Right? We just do accent. Or do you mean like pink kitchenette or gray kitchenette? My person calls her Talking Bear. Aw, that's so cute. Talking Bear is so cute. I mean, I love that. Like, it gives off the implication like your dog's very cuddly, very warm, so adorable. And of course the hair, which is so funny because I was just looking at my arm and I'm like, a German Shepherd must have so much hair shedding because I have my cats and a dog and that's a lot of shedding, but a German Shepherd must be a lot also. She would go on her paws and try to fight him, and she would show her teeth. That's so funny. Uh, but I like that. I find it so adorable whenever our pets act like our siblings. You know, like that's just my dog brother. Not like this. Are you teaching their tricks? Already trained. I was the one that trained her. Aw, that's really cool. Yeah, I remember, again, it makes me wonder because I have such a small dog that it's like, I feel like it's just incomparable to having a really big dog. Like, my Chihuahua is really more of a cat. And I don't mind that. I like it that way. Like, he's very chill. He's also very chill for a Chihuahua. You can believe that that exists, you know? He's a very sweet boy, and it's not a lot of drama with him. But I also feel like in comparison, like a big dog is such a different. I don't mind the pink here. I feel like it actually brings out the color of the fridge. Maybe. Still a very interesting combination. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the combination. Not, not so bad. Paint something complete. I'm just hoping it doesn't run out until, like, before I get to finish. That would be so annoying. Paint ran out, and like buy a whole new can of paint and not use all of it. Uh-oh. No. Oh. Sell this? That make me money? Small one. Well, they talk so much. They have anger issue. Yeah. Yeah, Chihuahuas are so funny like that. Again, that's why I'm so like relieved that my dog is like not like that. Like it's okay, you know. It's kind of a part of their breed, but he's a very good boy. Like he's not like a crazy barker, you know, only to warn me of strangers, which is like pretty much what a dog should do. But yeah, I think with Chihuahuas, like they get a bad rep because also some owners think they're so cute, but they just don't like train them, you know? Like they just kind of let them be bad. So of course they're gonna do like weird aggressive behaviors, especially at other dogs, because people just kind of let them act that way because they're so cute. Like understandable that they're cute, but probably would be less of a headache if people trained them. It's really funny too, because like Larry, my dog, like he's very. Oh, did I waste? Oh, I literally used all the paint on that like one corner, but now I'm gonna have to put extra layers of paint. Oh well. So anyway, imagine I just like painted the rest of it like pink and like completely messed up their wall. I don't mind that. This is like The Sims, right? Yeah, okay, but maybe one day we do The Sims because I need like drama. I really like this so far. I wish I could. I think at some point we'll get to design things a little bit better so it's not just like painting and repairing. It's painting and repairing and also like maybe choosing the furniture, hopefully. Um, but I like The Sims for that. I'm not good at building, or maybe I really haven't tried all that much. But I kind of want to for the drama. Sims Sims is a very like good game spiritually. I think it's great for manifesting. It's great to just imagine your life differently. You see the potential in your life. I love it for that. Now you can paint a wall. I am trying. Okay, are we done? Oh, the freaking electrical outlet. But they will never let me live it down. Because for some reason it's plugged in. And I don't know how to freaking fix it. Okay. No, this is... Am I supposed to just use this some? I guess I... Like... But it's nice to know that it's not getting any darker than that. I'm just gonna waste the paint because I don't think I can keep it in my inventory. Hold and switch to dispose. Okay. Bad. Roller. It's gonna use the paint. Realistically, this would be horrible. I've just painted one stripe of really, 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 really dark paint. But they're gonna pay me money anyways. Fine. Okay. I need to fix that freaking outlet. I don't know what they want me to do with it. Said hold to pick up. Oh, here we go. Wait, so maybe I can pick up electrical outlet. And I just get something identical. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not sweet. What was that even? It's two outlets and a... Back. Electronic equipment. I just get a random one. Hope for the best. But they're... I completely messed that up. It's $2, so it's... It said repair. That didn't solve anything. Fine. Now that I've just added, I installed an outlet on their wall. So we're just gonna leave that there and hope they don't notice. I'm gonna actually go to the other room. Fine. Lying to me. That's literally the only outlet. Everything else. Nighttime. Man, my back hurts from painting all those walls. Because I fixed this one. So that's a new ah. Outlet. I'm leaving this where it is. Why does the bed look so good? Like no one sleeps in it, right? Fresh sheets. That'll be so cool. Now I have to I have to rearrange all the chairs. You know what? What if I don't? What if impulsively I just don't do that? Do you think they'll penalize me for not returning the chairs in the original position? Like, y'all called me here for an outlet that I can't fix, which is probably my fault. But I moved everything and there's no other outlet here. And I'm super confused. This one says it's red though, so I'm guessing the red one is because there is something there. But like, oh, fuck. Go get over there. Your electrician, POV, your electrician just like moved everything and then didn't fix anything. That's me. I do have to get off soon because I'm getting a headache. It's probably like honestly, it's probably because I'm not wearing my glasses. I should probably do that, huh? I probably should. I need to get off soon, actually. But like, literally, if I put this here, right? And I'm like, oh, where's the outlet? Is it outside of this? I've moved every single piece of furniture. Genuinely. No. I also don't care. I'm just moving everything because like they're pissing me off because that outlet, like the other one was such a different mechanism to fix. This one is also not it because it's not wherever the red is. So unless there's something that needs to be thought about, then kind of where it is. Theoretically. No outlet here. I'm completing the job. The job is not where is the rest of the job? You tell me. Crash out, you know? Where is the rest of the job? You tell me and then I'll do it. Because I don't know where the fuck that freaking outlet is. But and like again, unless I'm reading the map wrong, but I don't actually don't think so because it kept talking about a mini map earlier. And I'm like, that actually makes a lot of sense that the map would be um you should do more like this. I hope so. This is so much fun. I really do like it. It's so funny. Except for I don't know where that outlet is, which is they're gonna piss me off. Just the outlet. Okay, see, this is a beautiful end, but now I have to reorganize everything because because I'm in the wrong. Now I have to fix it and not leave their home a mess because I'm in the wrong. Oh, great. I want to earn my full salary. I'm not, I'm not about to. Uh, that's so funny though. It's like so sneaky. And if I wasn't looking, but hey, this is like helping me. Like this is my first time playing it, so you know. But now that I know how the freaking map works, I'm not gonna have to rearrange all the furniture. I did drop their TV twice, so I don't know if it still works. I might have to just give back my salary, but maybe that's worth it because, hey, nobody told me this outlet was behind a cabinet. Put it back in there. Oh, here we go. Oh, if I can't even fit this in there, there you go. Just kidding. I feel like it should just slide into place. The one drawback to games like this is I think it could be the sensitivity because again, I'm not using my mouse now, I'm using the trackpad because my mouse was dying. Fuck, now I can't even put it back. But like, I'm so like, I'm nauseous a little. I'm thinking it's sensitivity is making. Real as fuck. I would just like to be done, right? What if I just leave everything? Do you think they'll deduct something from me? It does say, okay, so our income is supposedly 1,000, 1,234.19. I'm just gonna finish the job. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm just I've learned my lesson. I'm just gonna leave things as they are. Apparently I can make a mess. Because if y'all had an outlet for me one more time, that was so annoying, but it's so fun. I like it. That was very relaxing, except for the last outlet part. I'm so happy. Wait, how do I? That is the question. Let's not remove our. Let's leave. Save, but or does it? Because it was auto saving, so I'm probably just gonna leave it at that. But let me go back to OBS. I can see my. We can relax. You know, this was so much fun. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for participating. I'm gonna rest my eyes. All in a day's work of being a great house flipper. We did a paint job, you know. We changed some electrical outlets. I dropped a TV twice, and I didn't get charged for it. We earned thousands of dollars. We did some charm readings. It was a lot of fun. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great night or day wherever you are. I hope you all have good dreams, sweet dreams, and I hope you have a great week ahead. I don't know when next stream is going to be. I've been doing streams on weekend only so that I can get my readings done during the week. But we shall see. I mean, if we're doing something chill like this, I don't mind dropping in sometimes during the week for a shorter stream or for just a little chill vibe. But thank you guys so much. I'm so happy we got to do that. That was my first like on-stream game where I was genuinely like locked in and talking to people. So thank y'all for being here, and bye Fairy. I'll see you next time. Good night everybody. Bye.